This conference will now be recorded.
So, guys, are you able to hear me now?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I have to restart my laptop, so that's why it's takes some time. So, give me one more minute. I am actually connecting to this VPN. Let me show you. Okay, now I think it should be good. I think you are all able to hear me. Let me share my screen. So, let me go here. Okay, so yeah, so I was telling you that this is the I am going to update the full environment from the master, and then I'm going to run the workflow. And when I will run the workflow, the templates will run one by one. So guys, I think you heard me. Can you please confirm me what is the last thing you heard from me? So if you can confirm that, that would be helpful for me. Okay, no problem. So, I was telling you that, I'm going to start the upgrade to the full environment from the master. So this is how I'm going to start with it. So I have this workflow and I'm going to launch it. So when I will click on the launch, it will ask for the environment. Environment is the dev.mvs.intl, dev.mvs.intl, and then the next. Here, I do not have to give any variable, environment variable, and then next. So I think we are good. So one thing I have to give inventory. I have given the inventory, and then the launch dev mvs intl from master. And if I can show you, so this is the full workflow. You can see here it will be starting one by one. First of all, this is started. This one is started, and if you want to check this one, you can go here in the jobs. In the jobs, you can see that I have started the full environment code from the master. Here, if you click, this is the same thing that I have started, and this one is the same template, and you can see that a full environment code from master. So this is already started here, and in the jobs you can see it is going on. Okay, so this is going to, I think this is thinking up is still going on. This is the same thing I'm told you. I told you, like, the latest commit, it will pick up the latest commit, then it will start the execution, the template execution. This is what currently going on. So give me just a moment. Okay, so this is already started. Okay, in the meantime, so this is what I wanted to show you. So now you have some data points to talk about the deployments also, like how deployment used to be done. This is how you can tell, like, with the full environment setup, that this is done. So if I show you this one, oh, if I show you this one, so it is already done. Syncing up is done now, and the other jobs started. All the parallel jobs, these are started. So one of them is done, Airwave full. This is already completed. Okay, so let us come back to the Terraform thing. Oh, sorry, Kubernetes. We are going to read that one. So I think we have some code here in. Today I'm going to show you how you can just spin up the cluster on the AWS. Cluster is the Kubernetes cluster, which is COPS. We call it Kubernetes operations, and I will show you how you can quickly spin up your Kubernetes cluster uh, uh, on highly available production ready COPS cluster on AWS. Now there is a twist here. You may not be able to do this one until you have your, let me just close this one, until you will purchase one domain. I already have purchased the domain, so because this corps cluster requires the domain, because whatever the services it will bring up, it will requiring the domain that you need to purchase. I'll show you here. Okay. So if you go to the Route 53, now Route 53 is the place here in AWS where you can be able to create all your A record set entries. You can create the C names also, and you can have your all the different domains. So it is basically the hosted zone where you have to go, and this is the one I have created. I have purchased the core AI is my domain. Now, whenever I will be, very soon I will be working on my website also. So there would be a lot of stuff related to AI and DevOps, and maybe I will come up with, some concept. So it will be there. It will be up and running on this domain only, my website. So if I click on it, I need this domain. So you need this domain to create your cluster environment. So I'll show you here how you can do that. So I have a script here, cops cluster.sh. This script I have created some time back, and it's there in my in GitHub repo also. This script I have created some time back to just create this highly available cluster. So here what I'm doing is, and these are the variables that I've. So this is basically a bash script. Here I'm creating the variables and putting the default values to it, like the cluster name. What should be the cluster name I have given here? You can give anything, prod.cube dot, so it should be domain, whatever the domain I have. So I have this domain. So I will take this up, copy. Let me update this one in front of you. Insert, and your my domain is this, comma you already have. Okay. So I can say prodcube, prodcube.co, this the coreai.com. Node size I will take t2.micro only. So this is the node size and this is the master size. So I'm creating a cluster which will be having at least uh, two node and one master. That would be fine. So it would be having one master and two nodes. So the node size would be t2.micro and master size would be t2.micro again. But I can take a bit bigger instance also. But for now, this is good for the practical. Showing you the practical, it will be good for now. And then the master zone is US2A, and the zone for, so we can have in the multiple availability zone, that would be good. And zone for the if these are the different zones, we have specified that the master zone would be US2A. And then cop state, this is very important. So whatever we will be creating, like the cluster that we will be creating, it will save the config also. It will be having the some state. It will store the state and the configs somewhere. So that somewhere would be the S3 bucket. So we will going to create one bucket where it will store all the configs. So I'll show you that one also. It will be more clear to you. So this I have to give. Mm, give me a moment. So I'll go to same here. Now I will go to S3. So this is S3 bucket. Currently, we do not have any bucket here. So let us create one bucket with some similar name here. I'll change uh, the date timestamp. So it's 19 today, 2020 02. So it's 1902 2020. US West Oregon is the US West 2. That is fine. And then next all the default options. Create bucket. Created this bucket 1902 2020. 02 2020. That sounds good. So this will save the configs for the Kubernetes, and then here I'm giving the name. Name is the cluster name, that same I have set it up here. Okay. State is this state, and authorization is RBAC. RBAC is the what we call is um, role based access control. Authorization, this is the default one, it will use this. And master zones is, this is the master zones which we have set it up here. And zones, the overall zones we have set it up here is this. And then node count is 2, node size is this one, master size is this one, which we already set it up here. And then master count is this one. Image, I will not give, it will take it automatically. Default it will take up. So DNS hyphen DNS zone is this one, the core ai.com, the same one which I have. And then cloud labels, we can give any labels. This is a dev environment, dev cluster environment we are creating. Output, it will save in DevOps Terraform, target equal to Terraform. And then I will not give this explicit version information, it will take the latest one. So we are not going to get any Bayesian topology. It will take default networking. It will take default. Default is the kubenet. Default networking is the kubenet. And then I am giving this public key. So the concept here is, it will copy the public key to all the machines, and then I will use my private key to log on to the machines. Awesome. Let us see what we have it here. Okay. So ID RSA pub. Let me make sure that it's the latest one. So I'm removing this. I'm copying the latest one, ID RSA.pub. Here, copy it here. Here, awesome. So I think everything is good. Now I have to run this one, pub cluster. Pubs cluster.sh. And what I assume is I already have the connection, AWS IAN, get user. It started here. It is assigning the CIDR range. This is 1.11.1 is available. Yeah. So must specify hyphen yes to apply changes. Cluster configuration has been created, and list clusters with cops, get cluster, edit this cluster, cops, edit cluster. Finally configure a cluster with cops, update cluster hyphen yes. So I have to run this one. SSH public key. Okay. So it have created the cluster. Cop sets that your kubectl context to prod cube the core dot. So if I go here, if I just refresh this, you will see it have created these records here for my cluster. Uh, so there are 6 total records here. A record set and api.prod.cube.core.coreai.com. This has created API. etcd also it have created. So etcd etcd, this is the this is the mechanism where Kubernetes cluster will store all the information related to the master or to the nodes, or we can say related to the complete cluster in the etcd only. So there is a Cube API server. It will store all the information, important information in the etcd. So and on the other side, on the other hand, we'll see that it have created prodcube.core. You can see here it created this, and inside this one it have created all the required configs, these certificates, secrets, and everything here. And if I go to the instances also EC2, you will see that 3 instances will be uh, up very soon. You can see here these 3 instances are here. Initializing is going on. So what it will do actually is, it will install, it will first create the instances, it will install the Kubernetes in it, and then it will, once it is up and running, then you can be able to run this command, kubectl get nodes, this command, and you will be able to see your nodes in the cluster up and running. Once you see the nodes up and running, then you can deploy your workload on it, and then after that one you can deploy your application if and when you require. So it will take just few minutes. In the meantime, let's take a break, guys. Let's take a break of 5 to 7 minutes, and in the meantime it will be up also. Currently, if you see here, it will take some time because currently it is bringing up all these instances. It will take some time. So in the meantime, let us take a very short break of 5 to 7 minutes, and we will gather back again and we'll continue from here. So guys, let us just check now. Yes, so this seems to be up and running now. So let me show you without labels. Yeah, so now you can see that our the master and the nodes are up and running. So we have one which is made as a master and the other two nodes as made as a nodes. So the difference between this master and node is, so whenever you deploy your workload, it will be deployed on the node. So master is basically supposed to take care of all the scheduling activities, all the data saving activities, and then the different activities it need to interact with the API server and the etcd. So the workload, most of the workload will be installed, will be deployed on the nodes only. So now we have our cluster up and running. So what we can do now is we can try to deploy our cluster, and then I think it would be same. Let us try to deploy that. Let me just try that same. So what we have here, we have MySQL deployment. Nginx deployment is also here. So let me try to run this Nginx deployment .yaml with service. Okay, this is of a type deployment, and then we have the service also, and with the load balancer. Okay, so it is with the load balancer, and let me just run this one. So give me a moment. Okay, so the process would be same like we were deploying yesterday. So it would be, let me just, and then we have nodes. Then we have this one also. So let me show you kubectl. Apparently, let me open the file also. Okay, this is the same thing. Coming back here. So I'm going to run this nginx. This one. Let us see what will happen. Deployment is created, service is created, so we can run the same commands. Kubectl uh, get deployments. Awesome. So you can see that three are available. That means, and let me show you one more thing. Kubectl get pods. Status is running. So this is running. If I go inside this pod to show you what had happened, so it will be similar to what we have done yesterday. So it will be describe. Kubectl describe pods and the pod ID. You pulling the image nginx, successfully pulled the image, created container, started container. Awesome. So now what I can do next is kubectl get service. So it had created a load balancer here. and I have to go to this load balancer. Okay, what is this cluster IP? Let us go here. So we have here our, let me check our load balancer also. It had created a load balancer, and integrated services tags. Kubernetes service name is Nginx. Okay, so this is the A record set name. Forwarded to this one. You can see, guys, that welcome to Nginx. So what it had done for us is, when I just ran the deployment, and that deployment have the service in it. So basically we deployed our image. It will be running inside the pod in the containers, but how to see it outside? So same thing as yesterday. So we have to create the service. That service, what it will do is, whatever is running inside the container, it will redirect it to the load balancer, and the load balancer will redirect the traffic to the where this is running. So if I show you here, I showed you in the so in the targets, you can see here is, we have two nodes which are up and running. We health check are passing. So if I go to the load balancers here, in the listener, you will see that whatever is running on coming on 80 port, it is forwarding it to this uh, Kubernetes node. So now this is the target group actually, which it had created, and behind this target group it had configured the, automatically everything is being done by the Kubernetes only. It had configured the two instances, two nodes. These are the two nodes which are running in the cluster, and in these two nodes, our deployments are running. So in these two nodes, the pods are running inside the pod, containers are running. Container would be this for the same one, Nginx deployment. So we can be able to see it on the load balancer. So this is what we are seeing right now. Awesome, guys. So you can see it here. It's running quite comfortably. So this is what I wanted to show you guys, and you can take it from here. You can practice as much as you can, and then it is all yours. So till whatever I've shown you here, this is something which you will not be able to get easily, because lot of things have been changed. I have created these scripts, and after that one, lot of things have been changed. So I ran the script. Uh, it have created all the configs, and then I ran the update cops update command to whatever is it created the configs, it will create the cluster from those configs. Now we have to do the same thing to destroy it. Now I'm going to destroy this cluster, and before that, guys, just now I have deployed the nginx deployment, this one. Same way you can deploy your WordPress deployment, so we can try this one also, WordPress deployment. Let me see what is there. Okay, so there are a lot of things actually here. Persistent volume claims would be here. Here we have to give the persistent volume. So persistent volume claims would be the same thing, guys. So you have to create one persistent volume claim in the AWS. So you can create EFS. I can show you here quickly. So we have elastic file system. EFS is elastic file system. You can create it, and that is a very good point for you to practice also. I can give you a hint. So over here in Amazon elastic file system, you can create file system, create one file system, and created it in any availability zone connected to the security group. Once you create, next step, once you create it, it will give you the EFS ID, and it will be similar. I will show you the EFS ID how it looks like. You take that EFS ID and give it here. You have to give the EFS ID here, and then over here's, so volume mounts. So it will be the same one, and then you can mount the volume here. So whatever, so mean to say that, whatever, this is the claim name, you have to give here your this ID, FS ID. The idea is whatever, the application will be generating the data inside the HTML, it will all be saved in this persistent volume claim. So in this way your data will always be saved, whether the whether the node is down, whether the pod is down, whether the container is destroyed, your data will be there. And whenever the pod will be up next time, it will access, because it have the configuration from where it have to access the data. It will access the data and it will be showing you. So this is what you can practice, and this is what I wanted to show you guys. And now I'm going to destroy this cluster. So I will share everything with you, all the scripts. I have the script. I have to update here the, today is 19. It's insert mode 1902 2020. So this is the name of the S3 bucket. We need to give the same name here, and the cluster name here. So it was prod cube. Cluster name was, let me take it from here. This is the cluster name. Yes. Okay. So basically it will destroy all the resources that it have created for you. You will see that it started terminating. And over here, so you will see that one by one these will be destroyed. Yes, this is all gone. And in the load balancers also, still here. Okay, it will also be gone. So it will be destroyed in some time, and then so I will share all these scripts with you, all the YAML file also with you. So this is what I have to show you for this one Kubernetes. But again, I will reiterate the same thing. You need to purchase the domain, this one, in order to complete this practical. And the domain would be, so I purchased it for I think $12 or $14. So the same thing would be there for you also. You need to check in the you need to go here in dashboards, and like you can try here. So you can see .com is available for $12. So you can create your any domain, like you can put any name, future AI or something like that. Whatever you think you is good for you, you can create your own name here and then check for the availability. Like if I check for the future AI, let us check this. Future AI is already been taken, so it is not available. It is already been taken by someone, but it is giving you the ideas. Bright Future AI, FT, FTRE AI, Future AI.info is available, .me is available, and so you can take any Future AI group. Okay, Future AI Tech is available. Okay, so you can take any one of this one. So let's say if you want to take this one, Future AI Tech, add to cart and then continue. So add to cart, then continue, and it will take I think 24 hours for this domain. After you pay, it will take around 24 hours for this domain to be available for you, and then you can start your you start using it. So okay for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. And any question for this one? Do you have any question for today? Okay, no problem. So guys, ping me your questions. If you have any question, ping me, please. And then we will tomorrow we'll meet to start with the Azure. And so it would be last two sessions now, Azure 1 and Azure 2, and then we would be complete for this session. So it would be done. So 2 more days, guys, and then if it requires, we can have one doubt session, or if you think you require this one. Otherwise, it's all good. So in the meantime, let me show you the that one also, which we have triggered. So how is it going on? Some of them are failed. It's still going on. So I'll take a look at that. Deploy JVSAP failed. So I'll take a look at that one. Probably I need to trigger it again. So okay, guys, thank you so much for joining today, and we'll meet tomorrow at same time with a new topic. So goodbye.